Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Airborne Kingdom, which originally streamed live on Twitch. So my kiln is no longer working, and that's because I'm out of clay. And here's a rune with a wind spinner. So, there are people here, and I'm telling them that the one at Malia is broken, and they need parts to fix, and I'm going to promise to resettle them. So now I can head back to Malia Passage and say, hey, if you take on these settlers, we'll fix your wind spinner. So you guys wanted for me to research lift, and I'm going to research vertical rotor next, and let you pick the next project here. Vertical rotor is full coal, zero work. So here, repairing the wind spinners cost me 5 glass and 15 wood. Got that in spades. And 2 people joined me, so I'm now known as the Airborne Settlement. And as a result, people are going to want faith, not just lit paths. Which means building minarets or other faith buildings. I might as well just unlock the base models for all of the new tech that I've gotten. Oh, and I'm at lift max now. So I'm actually going to change the way I lift my town here. I'm going to be giving myself the rotors instead of the fans. So I can free up workers to do other things. So now that I have the minaret and the street lamp, there is the combined minaret street lamp shrine, where it requires people, but it produces a benefit around them and illuminates the paths. So I'll unlock that as well. And that was the desires that you just picked, so you can pick the next one. I know, we're whipping through these quick. That's why I have all those academies. And the wind spinner is fixed. So now I build this skyport for them. Alright, storage will be the next research. So I have 4 vertical rotors. They are symmetrical now. And that's going to allow me to expand the city considerably. given the amount of lift that they require, but it also highly requires a lot of coal that I don't have at the moment. And the skyport is nearly done. What happens if I run out of coal? We crash. We crash into the ground and we lose. So here is the last of the allies required in the initial biome, or the initial whatever, terrain. And they give 1 wood every hour. So here's a big question. Are we going to go to green or blue? What region to travel to next? Green, blue. I'm not going to really tell you anything besides those 2 initial colors, but you can pick between them. Now there's also stuff sort of hidden out here. So just because I've allied all 4 allies doesn't necessarily mean I'm done. There's other things to be done as well. But here is the combined Shrine Minaret. And as you can see, it has a sphere of influence that allows me to perhaps offer faith and illumination to a greater swath of my towns. So I'm actually going to be redesigning some of the homes here in just a second. So we have... Oh, I've already searched down here. I wanted to go out this way. So I've unlocked the tech that allows me to move around structures for free. And to delete for free. For full resource recovery. So I'm going to move some housing around to make it easier to offer faith. All the while, keeping an eye out for relic ruins and other points of interest that I've not yet contacted. Like these settlements here. So if I go to Desires, I can set up a shrine. And this shrine is going to offer faith to almost all the houses that I have available to me. And I'm going to move these houses as well. So this housing block will end up here. And then if there's any tilt issues, I'll address it. So we got to get another settlement and a forge with new metal color. So check that out. A gold medal. Sure. Looks good. A flying golden city. So if you take a look, these shrines illuminate the roads, so these street lamps aren't really necessary. They can be moved around a bit. And they provide faith for all the houses directly around them as well. These lights I'm just going to cover a little bit more of the road. So now we're jubilant. All 57 out of my 57 inhabitants have faith provided by those shrines that I built. So why not add a few more? In 1 minute, I'll wrap up this poll and head to whatever region that you vote on. Now, something I should be a little wary of is my coal, because the vertical rotors that I use free up a lot of the people to do other tasks, but they do require a whole lot of coal, so I'm going to be a little careful about that. And here's yet another metal. So this gives me rose metal. The whole overlay is missing. Sorry about that. That's my fault. Alright, and it is now warning me that I have a dangerous lack of coal. So what I'm probably going to want to do is to find, out on the horizon here, a node of coal. It might actually be, like, oddly beneficial to crash, just to show you what happens, but I'll try not to. So one thing that you can do when you're very low on coal is either you can destroy things that are using it. So I could break down 2 of my vertical rotors here. I don't really have a lot of lift wiggle, because if I destroy 2 rotors, my lift goes to 90 out of 100, which would be a problem. But the game does sort of warn you that, hey, you're in for a bad time if you don't address this now. And it looks like we're going to head to the green region. So, update. And the green region is to the northeast. So I'm going to head over to this coal deposit and top up. So I don't crash. And we should be fine. All of you that wanted to see me smush, you're probably out of luck. So if I go roughly straight north from where I am, we'll hit that green region. And we're nearly done with the upgrade to the shrine. So the upgrade to the shrine that I'm researching right now increases the range, which allows these shrines to hit more housing. So as I expand my houses, I can just build them around the shrine. And then next, what I'm going to do is go to lift, and I am going to decrease the coal usage by my vertical rotors, because that is probably the greatest bottleneck that I currently have. So green region, here I come. Now, another way to deal with coal usage is to build charcoal huts to burn trees into charcoal. And because I have 4 allies that produce or provide me with 4 wood an hour, it allows you to sort of sustainably make charcoal a little bit. Some regions have lower amounts of charcoal, but wood you can generally find no matter where you go. And then the other thing that you can do is you can always trade for it at any kingdom. So if you're in a kingdom, if you're in a region that doesn't really have, let's say, a lot of food, you could just buy it. That's another viable option as well. I think I kind of like the gold better. And I do sort of see a city on the horizon, so that's where I'll head. My storage is full. That's something we're going to want to address sooner or later. And my vertical rotors require less, and I'm going to actually double down and get the next vertical rotor resource reduction as well. And then my propellers are using some as well, so it's not just the rotors. So this region here has less fresh water and less coal. So it would be a good idea sometime soon to get the charcoal smelters. And we just unlocked slime. Ooh. Let's go full slime. Now there is a new resource to collect down here. Oh, let's close that. Which is cotton. And I just realized I don't actually have any space for cotton. So one other thing that you could do is you could just dump resources. So if I'm like, hey, I want some cotton, let's go with 20 cotton, and I'm just gonna throw 20 wood out of my city. Let's just hope it doesn't land on anyone, but you can do that as well. You're not stuck being full, in other words. Poor Yoda with the lack of treats. Well, that could be solved. So here's the Elysian Cape. So there's some loud shouting and cries of rejoice. They've been expecting us, and they want us to rekindle the towers of flame. So we must relight it? They also have new blueprints. So they have balloons, which keeps us aloft, low fuel, low cost, no fuel, one worker, but terrible lift. There's hemp weavers, and I'm just going to buy the hemp weaver. There's also greenery, which produces comfort. I'm going to buy that as well. And then I'm going to have you pick balloon, and farm. So what blueprint? Balloon or farm? Another thing I'm going to do while I'm here is barter some resources. So I'm going to buy some coal at the cost of glass. That will free up some resources in my resource storage, and it will top up my coal a little bit better. And I'm going to do the same for wood. I'm going to top up my coal at the cost of wood, depleting my wood, knowing that I'm flying over a forest, so I can just replenish it near instantly. Can you stay afloat with no coal only? No, because your town center burns coal for the central fan, but maybe you can provide enough lift without the central fan, but I don't think it's... You're not going to be moving anywhere, because... Yeah, it's probably not a very efficient way of doing it. But yeah, maybe I haven't tried it. Don't have a clear answer for you, sorry. All right. So here is one tower of flame. I can light that up. And then the other tower of flames are further east and further north. So let's go to the east one. It seems closer. I can actually see it on the horizon. Can you land on the land? No. Not comfortably. It's crash or nothing. Looks like you guys want me to buy farm. So here's another tower of flame. The beacons have been lit. And then there's another ruin over here. While I'm here, it's Weary Travelers. And they want to be left alone for now, but that will come into play later. So northwest, this direction is where I'm headed to next. Somewhere around here is the last flame. I'm also going to do a quick pit stop over this oasis because my water's down to 29 out of 80. So definitely going to want to top that up. And more dies. Swamp. Shrek would be proud. And here's the Broken Isles. Another potential ally, but I'm going to ignore them for now. I'll make first contact, but I'm going to work on one city at a time. Taking a look at my resources, though, my coal is rather low. So you guys... Ooh, sales? So sales is high cost, no fuel, 4 workers, high speed. But you guys wanted me to buy the farm. Buying a whole bunch of coal to stay afloat. Oh, I think I see the flame beacon right there. I keep selling my wood for coal, so it's good to top up on the forests as I pass them by. And we also have a lot of relics, so I have a lot of buying power. And that is the last flame lit, so we'll head back south to the Elysian Cape, which is somewhere over there. Yeah, I think it's this light right there. You want a balloon farm? Alright, we're nearly done with the very efficient vertical rotors. So, next research choice. Let's give you a minute to vote on this. So, just to cover the options, for resources, there's the water condenser and the charcoal hut and the hemp weaver. The hemp weaver is probably even going to be required, so I might do that anyway. For storage, I could start doing warehouse stacking because I'm running out of warehouse room. For lift, there is making the vertical rotors more cheaply. For propulsion, there is improving the propeller or the oar. For desires, there is the greenery, which allows us to provide comfort. Hydrate. Cheers. Ooh, storage it is. All right. Let's allow for the stacking of warehouses. Well, okay, we'll do that in a minute. I do need hemp weavers to do the next kingdom quest. And then while I'm at it, I might as well just unlock the other blueprints because they're just so quick. They only take 1 hour apiece. which is the fastest you can research anything. As you may have noticed, there really just isn't a lot of coal, so there's a tiny coal deposit over here. But unless you're buying it or producing it yourself through the charcoal kilns, you're going to be hard-pressed to keep yourself fueled through this biome. So now they want a skyport, and for that I need 10 fabric. So if I go to resources and to the hemp weaver, we'll get weaving for them. Oh, unfortunately that, let's not build there. It hits those houses in a bad way. Put it like that. I'm also going to need to build some more homes because, people have joined us, so I'll build extra blocks. And then we're going to want to top up our wood. So just ruined whatever surplus I had. So there's water condensers and charcoal huts. And we very quickly stripped that coal. And we'll strip this forest. Yeah, to the people on the ground, I might look a bit like a raider. You're not wrong, Darksin. As I completely annihilate the natural resources. I think the concept... I mean, obviously in game lore, I think the concept is that these kingdoms down here don't have a lot of mobility. So these aren't resources that they're necessarily exploiting. Now you can see what resources they have exploiting. Sort of around their towns. Like this place has some coal and some cotton. And then you guys wanted me to do the farm blueprint, so consider that done. And let's give that a little research here. So having the charcoal hut and the water condenser also gives me access to the water filtrator, which allows me to double the production of water condensers within the water filtrator's sphere of influence. And now what I'm waiting for is to get 10 canvas in order to build them the Elysian Cape, a skyport. But I have to be pretty conscious of my charcoal while I'm sitting in an idling pattern. So one way to do it is just to completely max out on whatever resources they have available, sell it to them for charcoal. It's a little weird, but it works. So let's buy charcoal for food and water, because there's a lot of food and water in the area, and also adobe, because there's a lot of clay in the area. And now we can sit here and strip them of the resources. So now that I have the farms researched, I can also research windmill. Windmills give a sphere of influence bonus to farming. So I guess my next question to you all is, should I build farms, water, condensers, or neither? Or both? And it's somewhat about efficiency. You have a finite amount of people, so farming and water condensers and charcoal huts and water filtrators, they all require manpower. So it's sort of a question of how do you want to allocate your manpower. And currently I'm researching efficiency for the hemp weaving so we can get the canvas faster. And get moving. Charcoal's crucial right now. You know what I could do? Let me add one more to this. And there we go. Give you 2.5 minutes. Or alternatively, just focus on the charcoal kilns, as this is a region with very little charcoal or coal, so it'd be good to get kilning. Now, the other thing I could do is I have the research to get fully refunded. So something I could do is just destroy my my adobe kilns and my glass forges to fully refund it, and then to replace it with something else later on. And I think you wanted warehouse stacking, so I'll queue that up as well. Flying frostpunk? Yeah, a bit. I can see that. Alright, you guys want charcoal huts. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't really need glass at the moment. And I don't need adobe, so I'm going to blow those up. Oh, you know what? I probably want to stack my resources first, because I don't have storage for it to be refunded. So I don't want the resources to go to nothing. Is there a... Yeah, let's go over to this oasis while we wait. We almost have the 10 canvas in order to build them a skyport, though. And it looks like we're going to kiln. Call that one a little early. Is there a story as to why we're flying? Yes, there is. It's covered in cinematics at the start of the game. All right, we're almost done with stackable warehousing. Come on. There it is. And if you guys want me to do kilns, I'm going to start researching water mills and water filtrators. But let's get the warehouses that have stacked up to be able to store a little bit more, and then we'll be able to break down the glass smelter and the adobe kiln and replace it with stuff that we need. And I'll start working on the making it gloriously symmetric. There we go. So these are the charcoal huts. They're very small. I'm going to put them... just there. Alright, so now you can see that I am producing 1.7 of my charcoal that I use per hour, and that does reduce the amount of wood I get per hour. And you can, if you want, with enough manpower, produce enough charcoal to not require to buy any. So let's stop our aircrafts from going down there and build this skyport. Kind of long overdue. And what blueprints do they have? Because I have plenty of relics. Yeah, I'll buy balloon. Doesn't cost much. So here's another charcoal hut, and you can see them working. Look at them making charcoal. And now we are at a net 0 of charcoal. And we've gained another ally. We are now allied with Elysian Cape. 5 people have joined us, and they're supplying us with cotton per day. So I did find another one, which is the Broken Isles. So we're going to head north-northeast, back out to the Broken Isles, pay them a little visit. And while we do that, let me set up yet another charcoal kiln. And I think at this point, we probably have the capacity to support some more people. But in 5 more workers, we become a different type of airborne settlement. We sort of tech up, if you will. So let's do it. Get that tech going. So here is the next project. Farms, water condensers to be able to provide food or water. Both or neither. I can prioritize harvesting or whatever you want. Whatever you prefer here. So here's the Broken Isles. And forge for new metals. So this is a green metal. Looking swampy. Alright. They want me to build bridges between the isles, and I have the resources for that, so I'll get started in that. And while we do that, I'll buy sails, which is man-powered propulsion. Currently, a lot of my workforce is tied up in making charcoal, so I don't actually have a lot of manpower for propulsion, which is the same reason why I'm going with vertical rotors instead of balloons or something that wouldn't require manpower. We're also running a little low on our adobe, just to keep an eye on that. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of a... I have some space in my storage, so a little bit of an overhauling project here to prepare for population growth. If I could learn to delete. What other resources around here to hit? Not many. All right, looks like you guys want me to do both water condensers and farming. So... will do. The bridges are finished. More people have joined. And now they want a skyport. I do happen to have the resources for that. So we're now known as the Airborne Village, hitting the 75 threshold. And people now require comfort. So it's the next desire to provide. I am going to double down on the hemp weavers. Because there's a lot of hemp required for comfort. And let's head over to this cotton meadow so we can get a lot of cotton for the canvas. So taking a look at the research here. I am going to invest in... decreasing coal usage for propellers. The reason for it is so that I can pull more people off of the coal charcoal huts to employ them elsewhere. Because I have too many people. I have 16 people out of the 80 employed making charcoal. So if I can more cheaply propel my floating city, I can employ those people more gainfully elsewhere. And we're nearly done with the skyport, and then I'll seek out yet another person, another kingdom to ally. There we are. Two out of 4. And they also provide cotton per day. I'm going to go north quickly, just to explore this up here. I don't think there's a kingdom up this way, but it is currently unexplored, and then I'll venture elsewhere. I also don't have space for everybody living here, which is exactly why I redesigned this a little bit, so that I could run a path down this way and add new housing block. And I'm going to be out of wood, so I'm going to need to hit a forest too. So let's head over this forest. Is there a restriction for how far you can build up from the center? Probably. But it's not one I've hit. So the propeller has been upgraded. Let's do that one more time. Or actually, yeah, let's do that one more time after we get sail unlocked. And right now what I'm working on is adding a whole lot of capacity for pop growth. So I can start recruiting people, because we're providing our own fuel, we're providing our own food, so it's going to be easy to support a larger population. And that forest is gone. Is there nothing else out here? Yeah, it looks like that's it. Thank you for tuning in to Airborne Kingdom, a Let's Play tutorial, which originally streamed live on Twitch, April 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, my stream schedule can be found at Rhadamant.com or on Discord. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com and the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you on next episode, or perhaps some other upcoming stream. Farewell.